Hey, what's up, family? Today is a bit of a rant day, and the good news is that I'm in a mood to rant, so there you go. What is up with all the shitty ass advice that these people are giving new speakers? I mean, it's just bad. I mean, no, seriously, put your fingers in your ear holes. Bad, shitty advice. And I know, yeah, I'm going there. And I'm gonna be nice enough not to call out some people, but for real, you just don't know how tempted I am today. And I am really, really tempted. So I see some folks coming on, and let me see if I can do this. So what's up? Elisa Harrell and Natanya, I think. Sorry, I totally cannot see. So let me share this with you. Let me go ahead and you know what? I'm one of those people that y'all know how I roll. When I give out advice, people make money. So let's make some money today. How about that? All right. So I was recently in this online group of speakers, and I mean, there's 26,000 people in this group. I am not kidding you. And these are 26,000 people who want to be speakers. They're not speakers yet. They want to be speakers. There is another group where there are people who are speakers, but there are 26,000 people who want to be speakers in this group. And so this one girl came in and she said, so I just found out that I needed to have a one sheet. What do I need to put on my one sheet? And you could freaking hear the bones crack of these coaches from the 1920s rolling in. They want to go and give her some good old questions, and they were freaking wrong. You could hear them lumbering to their keyboards. You could almost hear the dollars coming out of this poor girl's pockets as people just started reaching in and just giving her shitty advice. Oh my God, they were like, listen, it's a one sheet. You only got two sheet sides, so you got to stuff as much information as possible in that thing. And I mean, it was horrible. It was horrible. They're like, you need your name, your contact information, your rates, your books, every single program you've ever spoken on in your life, all the clients that you've ever worked with, as many logos as you could possibly stuff in. Reduce the font, fit it all in. I was like, what the hell? That is the worst freaking piece of advice I've ever heard anyone give to anyone in regards to the damn one sheet. It was horrible. I put my glasses upside down, huh? What does it say? You are correct. I'm just saying, it was they were just everything. They were basically saying, take your website, reduce it down to a tiny, tiny font, and stick that baby right there on one side, and then flip it over, take your contact, and put it on the other. I'm like, what are you doing? That is not the right answer. I cringed at the thought. I was so worried about what the hell this girl was going to have on her one sheet. And that was, seriously, that was yesterday. And the only thing I was thinking was dude, the 90s called and they want their damn one sheets back. What are you doing? It's a one sheet. Sorry. But I did take a closer look. I took a closer look. I'm like, okay, let me go through the people who they're giving out this advice. I'm going to walk through each person who's giving out this advice. And you know what? I know this is going to be surprising to y'all, but I can throw shade periodically. I can throw just a teeny tiny bit of shade. And the one thing that I noticed is not one of these people passing out this advice are current speakers. Not one. I just closed the deal with Fannie Mae yesterday. Not one person on there is a current, right now, working speaker that speaks on something that's not about how to get them more clients into their current business as, working with speakers. No. All they do is go to other NSA chapters and speak at other NSA chapters. They are not out there rocking Fannie Mae or Starbucks or Google or Discover and by the way, I just named all my clients. I named 4 of my clients. Or going to Richard Branson's private islands at the end of April. None of them. None, zero, zilch, nada. So my little catty shady ass asked the following. So since y'all got all this great advice, why don't y'all pop up y'all current, latest, and greatest one sheet and pop it in there so we could all have a great example? How about that? I'm going to read this again because I can't see. So what's there? Oh my God. John, I got you. I got you, John. I got you. John asked, what's the best way to recognize a scam coach? I got you covered. I'm going to get to that. So, well, here's the first thing. I just said it. I said, why don't y'all who giving all this fantastic advice, why don't y'all pop up your latest and greatest one sheet? And, you know, on top of that, why don't you show me your speaker site? Let me see your speaker website, not your I Coach Speakers website. No. Your site that you use to get business just to hire you. Why don't you show that website? And why don't you also show your latest and greatest and hottest one sheet? Why don't you pop that up too? I'm waiting. You can hear crickets. Like all of a sudden that thing went from like people just stopped typing. So that's the first thing. Call them on their shit. Don't sit here and tell me that you are a rock star speaker coach when you ain't speaking. Don't tell me to go do some shit you're not doing. I just closed deals. I'm closing deals as a speaker. How dare these people go on here and tell people to go and do something that they themselves are not doing? Eat your dog food. If it don't taste like filet mignon, stop trying to shove it down other people's throats. Here's the first thing you need to know. Most one sheets aren't printed. They're a dynamic PDF. And they get emails from one person to the next. So why wouldn't you leverage them that way? Why wouldn't you make things clickable on that one sheet? Why wouldn't you use your one sheet to drive their ass to a landing page? Don't make them type in www. Let them click and go. That's the basics. I don't need to take my website and slam it on one page of my damn one sheet. I need to make my one sheet so interesting that people want to click on something on it and go to the next page. These people ain't printing out damn one sheets anymore. Stop. Let me take that back. They do print out one sheets. I know one lady who printed out my one sheet after she hired me, and then she walked around and said, that's who I hired. I'm not kidding you. That was it. That's the only time I've ever actually seen it printed. We're so concerned with trying to get it on an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. Nobody's printing them anymore. They're looking at them on their iPads. They're looking at them on their phones. Why are you trying to stuff all this crap on a one sheet? That's not how they work anymore. Stop it. Hey Dawnna. Hey girl, how you doing? So that's number one. If you're really good, now, I told y'all I wasn't going to rant the whole time. I'm going to give out some tips. If you're really good, you're going to do the following. Number one, you're going to know that your one sheet is all about them. It's not about you. I know. I just hurt somebody's feelings. They're like, what? But my picture's on there. Nobody cares. It's not about you. Your one sheet is a hook. It is a tool that you use to hook your client into clicking and going to your landing page for your topic. Notice that I did not say your home page. I said your landing page for your topic. Landing page. Very different than your home page. That's number one. Number two, your one sheet should be clickable. It should be clickable. So when they go to mine and they see the craft and science of high profit persuasion, then they click on that. It should take them to my website, to my web page that is a landing page. Stop treating it like it's not. The video that I have on there, when they click it, it can either play in there, or if I don't have it small enough, it will take them to the video on the landing page where they can watch. My goal is to hook them in. So your one sheet is not about you. So on the front of your one sheet, you want to make sure that you're telling them information that they really, really need to know. And then on the back of the one sheet, you want to tell them stuff that matters. Let me tell you, if I see one more testimonial that says, Brad was great, Bob was excellent, nobody cares how great Brad or Bob was. People want to know how what you told them made a difference to them. In other words, they want to hear things like this. When Dawnna shared her 7 triggers to yes, I was literally able to leave the room, go into the hallway, profile my customer, and close a deal. When I used Dawnna's information, I was able to write an email to my toughest clients and turn them into my biggest advocate. When I use the information, it is not about that you're great. Seriously, if you ain't got platform skills, you probably shouldn't be on the stage anyway. And they're going to see that from your busted ass video. So you really need to be saying how your content impacted them. That's what goes on your one sheet. And so now you're going, okay, Dawnna, so what do we put on it? Because you just told us not to put all this stuff. What do we put on it? Okay, first of all, if you go, and I'll be straight. You can go to Dawnna.com right now. You can click on there. You can download my one sheet because it's out there. But I'm also going to give you another way to get it. So here are the things that you should have on there as a minimum. Clearly, you need to have your name and a way to contact you. You do not need to tell them where you're flying in from, because if you're a working speaker, you don't know where you're going to be flying in from. So it quite honestly doesn't matter that you add that. It really doesn't. They probably want to know what state. It's not that serious. Unless you're serious about working locally, which I don't. I work internationally. I just have my city and state. And usually I just have my state. That's it. So I have my name, I have my state, I have my phone number. So you do want your contact info, and your email, of course. You want them to be able to email you. And you want a picture, and not a picture of how you looked on that glamour shot thing that you did at the mall. A picture of you. My biggest complaint is that I don't have a great action photo that I want to use. But let me tell you, I am going through my stuff right now looking for the action photo that I want to use. But not just the stand up with the microphone smile thing, like, God forbid. Take that crap off. Like an action photo of you on stage doing something would be awesome. It says, less is better. Yes! Yes. Oh my God, I just said that. Here's the thing. If you put too much information on there and you stuff in everything, they ain't gonna read it. If you put too little information, first of all, too much information makes you seem desperate. Too little information makes you seem like a rookie. That's why you got to balance it. So first of all, name, contact info, and a good picture of you. Nice, crisp picture of you. Then your bio. But I'll be honest, that rule can be broken. I literally have one line in my entire one sheet that talks about my bio. One line, and I'm not kidding you. And I'm going to show it to you. So I don't want you to think I'm full of crap. I'm going to show it to you. Then you want, of course, your program description and why they want your program description. Now, if you come to my programs, if anybody's going to come to my programs, they already know when I say the following. You need to make sure you're following Bat Signal and ADA. And if you do that, then you will know, then they will know why they want to get your content. That will actually drive them to click if you're following a very specific way of writing. And you really need to write in a way that lures them in. If you don't know how to do that, you need to come to my program. Okay. Also, testimonials. Again, the testimonial should not be, Bob is great. Brad is great. That person's great. It's not cheerleading, dude. It's not. It needs to say what difference you made to the people in the audience. And then optionally, which this is actually cool, and it's only if you have space, and don't stuff it in. Don't like, I got to get it in there. No. A bullet list of why you could have that. Or you could have a picture of a couple of books. Or you can have a quote that really shows off your personality. Right? You can have things like that as long as you have space, but don't go crazy. Now, if you have several programs, then what I tell people to do is write something with their main program, right? Their main umbrella program that should cover everything. Because here's the thing. People have programs that don't even connect with each other. Like, I have a program on sales, I have a program on biodiversity, and I have a program on toenail clipping. Okay, what umbrella are y'all putting that under? Like, seriously, stop. Your programs really need to be connected. If they're not, yet again, you need to be at the Speaker Launch Boot Camp. Like, you need to be at Speaker Launch Boot Camp yesterday, or you need to be at the accelerator if you're running a business. My God, I've seen people screw up their one sheet. And to sit here and watch these coaches just say, no, it looks great. Just keep stuffing it in. Oh, stop. Remember, it is a one sheet. One sheet. Operative word there. You got a front, you got a back. It is a one sheet. Now, if you really smooth, especially if you come to the Speaker Launch Bootcamp, you'll learn how to make a speaker book, which is way more powerful than a one sheet and is badass. But remember this, if you're using a one sheet is very sacred space. It is very valuable real estate. And every single solitary pixel and every dot per inch on that real estate matters. So you have to make sure that every word fights for the right to be there. And if it doesn't, then don't put it on there. All right, listen. If you want some real tips, I mean real tips, I put 7 tips together, not in a rant form. I put 7 tips together. And this bothered me so much that I sat down yesterday and I wrote a document because I got pissed. What does Dawnna do when she gets pissed? She goes to her computer and instead of writing email, she goes, I know they did not just say that on there. Oh my God, let me help these people. And then I write a document because that's how I roll. Anyway, I wrote a document. And it's called, if you go to rockyour1sheet.com, I was so mad I bought a domain. So it's like, it really pissed me off that people are just getting this bad idea. Oh, and I'm going to answer that question. But anyway, go to rockyour1sheet.com and you're going to see there, you put in your name, you put in your email address, and boom, it's going to actually send you a document. And in that document, my one sheet is in there. It is in the document, see, because I'm not playing with y'all. My one sheet is in there. And I want you to see what a one sheet looks like. I got to tell you, my one sheet gets me hired all the time. It works. It is not too full. And quite honestly, I'm getting ready to change it because I want it to be a little bit more, I don't know. I'm changing my website. I'm changing all of it. I'm not rebranding, but I'm upping my brand. It's that time of year. And also, I have a webinar that's coming out. So this webinar is called Getting to Bigger Stages Faster. So if you go to speakerlaunchformula.com and you sign up for the webinar, you'll also get access to 5 new one-sheet templates. 5 new one-sheet templates that I just made yesterday, which means nobody else has them. I just made them yesterday. And the thing is, I probably have like 50. So if you want to rock your one sheet, go to rockyour1sheet.com, download the ebook, read through it. It's going to give you 7 specific tips on how to rock your one sheet. And at the very end of it, it shows you my one sheet. It legit shows you. And if you want to really, really know how to rock stages faster, go to speakerlaunchformula.com. Sign up for my webinar. My webinar is up and coming. In fact, the first one is tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. I mean, you can watch, there's an instant replay, but if you go on the ones that are scheduled, I make sure that I'm sitting at the computer on the ones that are scheduled, so that way I can answer your questions. So somebody asked what I thought was a fantastic question, which is, so Dawnna, how do I know when a coach is full of crap or if they're worth their salt? I got you on that one. Okay, my foot just fell asleep. Holy crap. All right, so here you go. This is what I do. I am really big on eating my own dog food. I am like so about that because I kind of believe that there is no way that you're going to tell me to do something that you yourself have not done or put into practice at all. You're just going to tell me to do it and you don't know how to do it. I kind of call bullshit on that. Big time. Like I am so big on that. And so it's the one reason why when people use my blueprint, when they're going through my class, and when I'm answering their questions, I'm giving them my experiences and the experiences of other people who've actually gone through and used that exact blueprint, right? So if someone says, oh, Dawnna, you need to have a badass one sheet in order to get more speaking engagements, and they're coaching me, I'm going to say, let me see yours. First thing, oh, you need a badass website? Okay, let me see your website. Oh, you need to write badass copy? Let me see you. Let me see your copy. There is not one person in my private high profit zone group, not one person that can go in that group and they could go, Dawnna's bio isn't up to bar, Dawnna's whatever. Nope, because I'm eating my own dog food every single day. And I understand their struggles because I go through those same struggles and I tell them when I have a struggle and I tell them how I got through it. I am still an actively working speaker. I'm not sitting up here pretending that I am. I'm not. So that is, to me, that is the first thing you want to do. If somebody is giving you advice on how to get more engagements as a speaker, let me be clear. There are a lot of people out there and they're working their ass off as coaches. However, their business, when they go on stage, they're going on stage simply to recruit more people to go into their business so they can coach those people, not because they're actually doing the work or they've done the work. In fact, what I found was a lot of those people actually failed as speakers. They failed as speakers, like they are not currently running a speaking business and a separate coaching business. They are just running a coaching business, and they have no idea how to be a successful speaker because they've never actually been one. And so they're giving you advice that they themselves have not tested out on themselves. I call bullshit on that every day, twice on Sunday. I'm sorry. I know they say the cobbler has no shoes. Well, you know what? He got to have at least one pair because damn, if he don't, I'll be like, bruh, how do I know you can make them for me? Sorry. I need to be able to see that you can actually do it for yourself. We're not talking about doing somebody's nails. We're talking about running a business. You can't sit here and tell me how to build a business if you ain't built a business. A poor person ain't never made a poor person a rich person. Poor people only make poor people poor. So at the end of the day, I need to know that you were able to do it. So that's how I test. Let me tell you, my coach in sales can sell his ass off. I've seen him do it, right? That's the thing. My coach in sales can lead salespeople like nobody's business. My coach in sales stays up on the latest and greatest all the time and is constantly sending me new information. So my coach in sales, not only can they sell, they understand what I say. I'm struggling. They understand, okay, well, let's talk about why you're struggling and what you're doing. And let me tell you my experience with that. They got to bring that experience to the table. You cannot tell me what it takes to be a speaker and run a speaking business and be successful at it if you're not doing it today. That's why those people are out there telling you to stuff your one sheet through with all this bullshit. And I'm like, when was the last time they sent out one? Because all that stuff they just told you to do is totally unnecessary. It is completely unnecessary. Do not tell me to do this stuff that's unnecessary. And the only reason you're telling me that is because your lazy ass started doing this back in the 90s or the 80s or the 70s or whenever, and you have not upped your game. You're telling me the same shit you said back 20 years ago. I'm sorry. I call bullshit on that. We're in 2019. Y'all, 2020 is next year. I do not want to hear somebody telling me something from the 1980s. That was 40 years ago. I want you to tell me what's working today, that you've tried today, and that you've worked with other people and they've tried today. Don't tell me to put all this stuff on my one sheet like it's going to be printed. That's ridiculous. Tell me what to do today, and then tell me that you've at least tried it. Let me see yours. That's like my biggest pet peeve. So that's how I test coaches. I'm like, let me see your one sheet. Let me see your speaker book. Let me see your website. Let me see the latest and greatest clients you have. You know what? Let me see your last contract. Let me see all of that. I want to see all of that. I want to know that you're doing it. Let's see. Somebody wrote, love your authenticity. Hi, Darlene. You know what? I'm broken because I don't know how to be any other way. And I got to tell you, I know people right now that are watching this, that are coaches, and they think I'm throwing shade at them. Here's the thing. If you fall into the category, that's not really my fault. Change your game, get out that category. Like, if I'm saying something that hurt your feelings, then you must be doing some shit to get your feelings hurt, right? Like, don't continue to do that. You know, if you're going to be a person, my whole thing is don't fake it. Don't pretend that you were like this super successful speaker. You know what? Be honest and say, you know what? I couldn't figure it out for myself, but I was able to put together I wasn't a great executioner. But you know what I did? What I did was I took all this other stuff and I helped other people execute. Then say that if that's who you were. Like, for real. But don't sit here and act like you're the one who's like, oh, I came up with this and I did it in my own business and I was highly successful, because I'm gonna call bullshit on that. Right? So that's all I'm saying. You want to be 100% authentic with what you're bringing to the table. I tell people all the time, listen, I'm not telling you to follow a blueprint that I myself have not cracked open and that I have not walked through step by step on my own. Y'all know I can't see and y'all are writing, so hold on. Keeping it real as always. Ain't no shade over here, baby. Hey, what's up, Teresa? See, there you go. Now, Teresa, now that's an authentic chick right there. Now that's a coach. Teresa coach her ass off. She's a great coach. She is a great coach. I love her. So anyway, yeah, no, you just, there are coaches out there, and Teresa know who some of them I'm talking about. Shady as shade. Oh, so shady. And then the thing is, they weren't coaches. They weren't speakers. Some of them were agents, right? Which is fine. But let me tell you something. An agent can't tell me shit about self-promotion. They cannot. An agent, it's easy for me. I can get on the phone right now and I could be an agent because I could sell everybody that sends me their stuff. I could sell anything. That is the God's honest truth. I know how to sell my ass off. I can sell anything. So everybody can send me their stuff and I could sell it because being an agent means selling someone else. So an agent might be able to tell you some of the ins and outs of negotiation, but you know what they can't tell you how to do? They can't tell you how to get on the phone and sell yourself. They have no idea how to do that. And that is a completely different game, baby. And if you can't get on the phone and sell yourself, you ain't gonna make no money as a speaker. You're gonna hire 850,000 people and you're gonna get broke as hell, but you ain't gonna make you're not gonna make any deals, right? So the first thing you have to do, like I love agents, don't get me wrong. I have a great agent, but I will tell you right now, agents can sell other people. That is much easier than getting on the phone and telling someone that you're awesome and having them believe it. It's a whole different game, right? And you have to be able to do that if you're going to be in this business. Yes, that is the truth, right? No, seriously, right? So you have people who are agents that they're like, hey, I want you to come here and I'm going to coach you for the next 10 hours. And I'm going to tell you everything there is to know about the speaking business. Bullshit. Not in 10 hours, they're not. First of all. Number two, an agent can't tell me how to sell myself. Sorry, they can't. They might be able to tell me what's going on in the industry, but you know what? I got agents. Hell, some of my coaches hire speakers. I got agents. I got event planners. I got all those people that I bring to the speaker launch formula to the speaker launch boot camp. And guess what? They tell you those exact same things. So you get the benefit of a speaker and you get the benefit of an agent. So that's number one. Number two, there are some speakers out there and if you go and really pay attention, they used to work for someone and they used to help that person. They used to be, like back in the day, they used to be like the booker for that person, like that agent almost, but they were called an admin or something back then. But they themselves were never a speaker. And all they do right now is they just go and they just speak. That's all they do. And all they do is speak to get people to give them money so they can tell them what they used to do back in the day. That is not going to help me. And what you did in 1980 is not going to help me in 2020. That's number one. Like, things have changed slightly. I mean, we got social media. And then number three, the third one you have people who were speakers that failed miserably as speakers. And now they're out there and they're coaching people because they came up with systems, but they themselves, they're literally testing as they build it. Like, I think this new thing will work. Why don't you try it? And you're paying them to test it. That's basically what it is. I mean, call it what it is. It is what it is. That's what people are doing. You have to know what you're getting into. If you want someone who is a current international speaker, like currently, like seriously, like I said, I just closed Fannie Mae. I got Star Wars. I got Starbucks. I got Fannie Mae. I got Discover. I'm getting ready to go to Richard Branson's private island. I'm hitting Necker Island at the end of April. I am currently a working speaker that's out there on the thing working right now, as well as I took all those secrets and I put them in a book and I started teaching them to other people. Why did I do that? Because I got so tired of the bullshit. I got so tired of these people going, message to millions. I'm going to teach you how to turn your message into $1 million. No, you're not. Stop lying. No, you're not. I got to run a business. So why don't you teach me how to run a business and then don't charge me extra for talking to you after the fact? Like, let's be real. Anyway, I know I haven't been on for a while. And of course, what I do, I come on and I throw shade. That's just how I roll, everybody. Anyway, if you want the tips, the 7 tips to rocking your one sheet, go to rockyourOneSheet.com. If you want to check out the webinar, and I will be honest, this webinar is really for people who they're speakers, but they're not necessarily getting to where they want to get to fast enough and they're like, Dawnna, I need some tips and tricks and secrets, I created a webinar. Go to speakerlaunchformula.com. Speakerlaunchformula.com. Go to speakerlaunchformula.com and sign up for the webinar. Either way, I got you covered. I love you guys. Okay, now wait. Somebody keeps writing stuff and I can't read. Oh, that's my boy, Rudy. What's up, Rudy? Yes, rockyour1sheet.com. That's to get your one sheet. Speakerlaunchformula.com. And that's to get to the webinar. Oh, and if you want to go to the boot camp, if you really are like, Dawnna, I want to go to the boot camp is going to be in June. And the boot camp is speakerlaunchbootcamp.com. I had to think about that, right? Speaker Launch Bootcamp. If you go there and you see Accelerator, by the way, Accelerator is for people who have made it to vice president level or above. They've worked with people they've had people work under them. They've basically run a mini business within an organization, or they run a business on their own. They're at a much higher level, and they're ready to take their business, whether it's speaking, expert, entrepreneur, whatever, they're ready to take that to another level. That's a whole nother game, right? So we have 2 levels. We have new speaker, boot camp. We have well-paid expert, accelerator. And if you just want the tips for your one sheet, rockyour1sheet.com. Anyway, I love you guys. I gotta go because I'm actually supposed to be getting out of here. So I'll talk to you later, and maybe you'll see me tomorrow. I don't know. I know I've been gone for a while because I've been working my ass off. Talk to you later.